Yeah, I guess it was like 10 days ago or so. It was great. It was very fun. Yeah. Super fun. Yeah, the surf was pretty good, and just can't get enough. We might go again next week. I'm like hooked, you know.
Nice.
How about you? So you're striping it.
Yeah, no, I've been hitting them good. Just like that, pretty much.
Amazing.
Just right there on the screen. I've been
right?
Yeah, I hit 15 greens in rank. Like,
wow, that is a stripe show, right? That's crazy.
Yeah, and the greens were it was so wet and they were beat up a little bit. So I would say our front nine is much harder than the back nine.
Yeah.
I was even on the front nine, and I should have easily been 2 or 3 under.
Just the putting because of the green
inconsistency.
Yeah.
Slow, really slow. They weren't rolling out. So putts that normally would take off, and I'm talking like 3-4 footers. I was inside 10 feet on 6 of the 9 holes on the front nine. Easily.
Oh my goodness.
Just everything I hit was like just a bullet dart. I'm like, this is a good day.
Yeah, that's so fun. What's been the focuses?
Just really trying to make sure I just feeling the position to hear and then allowing myself to swing like that.
Yes. Wow, that's so nice post impact.
It's not every time, but it's just I know when I stop, I know what the ball is going to do.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of keeping that feeling of that pretty impact.
So good.
Simple. Not thinking too much, just kind of off too.
It's great. That's great. That's the way we need it to be. Is it warm in New York or?
Yeah, it's been hot. It's been really warm. It was like 92 degrees yesterday.
Wow.
So nice and warm.
All right. See you later. That's pretty fun to watch, that shot.
And just trying to keep it, just like we've been working on, just keeping it simple.
Yeah.
Everything. I think the grip has a lot to do with it. Feeling like I really get this right hand locked over top.
Yeah. So key.
Sometimes I have a tendency to kind of do this.
Yeah.
Get a little loose with it instead of really locking it over top of that left thumb. And the other focus, I really kind of did a lot of concentration on my footwork, really thinking about that right leg, the little pivot, in, like driving it into that. Imagine if I had I was trying to slide that slider away from me.
Yeah, perfect.
And even if I miss it one like that, it's still a straight shot.
Yes. Give me about 5 more, and then I'm going to see the front, and then we'll talk here. All are awesome, okay? So if I show you this, that's takeaway.
Uh-huh.
That's the club head.
Yep.
You see it there?
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's behind me. A little bit behind, and then I show you this. I show you that, and that's a little overturned, right? So we just have those. But the greatest thing is, even from a little behind and a little overturned, you're so good at getting into that impact position that, like, I think if we just keep those 2 things in check with the same impact, I could see you hit a lot of lasers.
I think I stopped rotating.
What did that shot do?
2 down. 1 to the right. Face angle is open. 5.
Okay, 1 more, and then I want to see down the line.
Oh, terrible.
That's all right.
That's like 14 open.
Let me see.
Jumped at it.
Yeah, let me see the front. Or sorry, down the line. I want to see, because the movement's definitely getting there. I just want to see where the club position is. I just want to make sure it's in front or where we need it.
Nice. Yeah, I felt like I had to throw it to get it there.
Yeah. See, that was perfect. It pivot nicely too on that one. Here's the top there, like obviously super under check. The right knee maybe is a little extended for the demo, but it's still like simple, you know?
Yeah. All right.
Now it's like, oh yeah, that's the one. Yes, sir. Nice job.
I didn't pick up the club data, or the ball data.
So that launch is still, when you're out there playing, you said launch is a little flatter. It's been a little flatter.
I'm trying to think. I don't notice that it's super high.
Okay.
It's still, I would say it's probably still a little high on like a full iron shot.
Yeah.
Still feel like it's getting up. And I wonder if it's the shaft, you know.
It could be.
You know, I like the shaft, but.
It was a little bit of work, but it was a good swing. A little bit behind, takeaway wise. Yeah, like when you're doing that first move, it's almost like I want you to go back and it's like nothing. Like it's nothing moves instead of like that extra little wrist motion. It's like you're gonna feel like it's nothing in that first couple feet. And you don't have to feel like the face stays closed. You can feel like it moves around, but you don't add any extra wrist. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
And then we're always going, sort of 3/4-ish swing.
It's just.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, actually, you could use the line on the mat too.
I don't think we're having this issue. My buddy, like I said, he just laughed at me. He's like, better luck. Like, you suck at your job. So that's like my Achilles heel right now, isn't it? Is this little move?
It just makes you have to get things. You're gonna have to work a little harder to get it back. I mean, it's so fun.
So that time, my feeling was, I don't know. So I remember a while ago we talked about this angle here. When I got over the ball, I made sure I set that in, and then I tried to keep that.
Perfect. Yeah, that makes a big difference. The further your hands get forward at the start, like if I start with a lot of shaft lean, like a ton of shaft lean, like forward, when I go back, the club will want to go boom. It will want to move over here. So the more shaft you start with, like if I just turn, it's already over here, right? So if I take some of that shaft lean out and I turn, it's going to want to go here, right? So like if I start with it like this and then I turn back, it's going to go more in front. If I start with a lot of shaft lean, I turn, it already makes it go a little bit more behind. So I agree. And, obviously that we got to find the right blend. You don't want to have like your hands back, but you also don't want to have them way, way forward because that's going to affect the takeaway. Yeah. Yeah. And I like using that little line in the mat there to make sure, the club stays in front of that little split in the mat.
Right here.
Yeah. Yes.
Because right now, this is what the amount of club wing I have is right there.
Perfect. That looks awesome. Like, see, the hands are right in the inside of the left thigh. I think that's a great spot for them.
I feel like it kind of locks my wrist too a little bit. It doesn't allow me to.
Yeah. It will definitely calm them down.
We'll see. Proof's in the pudding.
Sound was great.
Yeah, that's exactly what I heard. I was like, ooh, that sound was good.
Yeah. Let's see that again. Good. One more. One other way to think about it is have the grip point at your left hip when you go the first move. So do it one more time. I still want more. Show me stop halfway.
Oh, so I need my thumbs here.
Yeah, do the halfway move or stop at your hip. Okay, stay right there. And you can have the right arm a little bit more under the left, but keep the thumbs pointed. There you go, right there. Yes. That would be an exaggerated feel. Because I don't want it like this, Kristian. I don't want it to be like this.
Okay.
That way. I just want you to turn and point them that way. So it's like you still turn, but they point that way instead of turning and then going this way.
Right, because I keep on doing this. I keep bringing the club around.
That's right. So I'm trying to get you to feel like there's a, the hands go this way, like not this way. You're still having like the right hand just under the left, but they point that way. So like at the back corner of your mat versus pointed to the sort of behind your feet.
So.
Yeah, and then try to have it so the right hand's under the left a little, but keep the club point in the same spot. I think your hand position's okay, but I think your wrists are moving that way a little bit, yeah. And maybe there's a little bit of rolling of the hand also.
Just need to make sure I felt it. I felt myself wanting to pull it back and I tried to fight it.
That's it. I'm sure it feels like you're doing so little,
It does. It's like, oh, I don't do anything, and then the club's at the ball.
Yeah. That was better spacing. That's is the top here. So notice that I'd say everything looks great. Notice where your club points.
Okay, yep.
Right, and then if I'll just use Tiger again. See where his club points?
Get that little bit of wrist hinge or.
Yeah, so like not to say that we need a lot, but this one just looks parallel because you've turned so much, where like he's a little bit less turned, but the club's moved, say a little bit further. This one, you're turned less. It's pretty good. I mean, I'm being a little bit picky, but
that's where you get a little more power from it, right?
You might, for you, the thing I'm more paying attention to is attack angle, because I think if we, if you go to the top, and I'm not saying you can't play good from there, you might be able to play pretty good from there. But for you, if you let it go there, that might give us a touch more attack. It just depends on the person.
Okay. So.
Yeah, let's see. I wish I videoed that. Can you do that again? That was awesome.
Yep, I got three attacks on that one.
Okay, cool. Really different backswing. Look at this.
I felt like I really hit down on that. Okay, so a little better
Oh,
getting
yeah,
that club
I
down
don't know if I'd
towards the
change,
target.
I wouldn't change any of that, I don't think. Like the legs maybe have moved a little too much, but that's pretty good. What did attack say?
4.
Yeah, that was cool. And then just this one just syncing up the finish. But I let's do a couple more. That backswing looked really cool.
It's funny how we always circle back to the backswing.
Yeah, I know. Well, I think your demo of the downswing and impact, I think you have a pretty good sense of. I'm not saying we can't push that a little bit, but nice. That was cool. What was that?
Yep. I was already down 1.
Okay, it looked great. Let's see a couple more.
I didn't get it, but it was a laser.
Yeah, I like that. Top is here, so not as good as the best one, but still pretty good.
Okay, a little over rotated.
Yeah, I think it's funny when you do the wrist and what happens is you push your hands more away and it sort of stops. I'm exaggerating when I do that, but it sort of stops you from going, like less wrist and then lots of turn.
Wrist at the top.
Yeah.
Instead of this.
Yeah, instead of overturning and that little wrist, because when I do this with when I go to load it, it actually will stretch your shoulder probably, versus if I don't, for you, then it's like, you just keep going. Yeah, I mean, that's incredible.
That's it. That's all you need right there, right?
That's it. I mean, that's so loaded up.
Because normally I'd be here, and then I would.
Yeah, but I do think, like, remember before, right? If I take the club and I put it way behind me in the takeaway, and then and it's like, well, I'm already like here, so, and now you got better takeaway, then you go push it away. It's like you get it pushed in front pretty quick, and then you can go from that position. Good. A little bit of effort, but awesome movement. Oh my goodness. That is the one. That was unbelievable.
That felt really good.
So simple. That was so sweet right there.
It was funny when I started my downswing, I got to here, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna keep turning because I can hit this ball forever.
Yeah, that's the best. That's what we want. I like that you just have like time from here into the ball, Close, a little overswung.
Okay.
Just a little, but still good swing. Little inside takeaway.
Okay, so I got a little here.
Yeah, and then it came over on that one.
Nice.
See, 2 more. Let's see if we can get a couple really good ones here.
A couple easy ones. Easy. Don't need to kill it.
Yeah, do reference where that grip points in that takeaway.
Hip.
Yeah.
Just like hip, belt buckle, like it constantly stays on my waistline.
Yeah.
Because I think once I get here, if I think in hip, I kind of start doing this to keep the point on my left.
You
really good.
You can feel like it's out there forever for you.
Just basically left hip, belt line, right hip.
And then there.
Okay.
Well, it's like, yeah, so it will be,
I don't know if that's.
It will go, yeah, it will be like here, sort of left hip. Maybe belt buckle. It doesn't have to go quite to right hip because that will delay it slightly too long. It would sort of be out here. But if you go like left hip, belt buckle, left hip, you know, that's sort of what, that would probably be enough. As long as it doesn't get off your body, boom, that way too early.
Okay. Left hip, left hip, left hip, left hip, belt buckle, and then up.
Yeah.
Then.
That was great. That was so good. I need that one more time.
You always say that.
You got it, because that was really.
I don't always deliver.
You got it. That was. I think it's your. I think your awareness of the like through the ball too is much better. So your odds are high.
Nice and soft.
Pretty cool. You know what's neat actually is watch what the club, watch this transition. So you got, you know, left hip, belt buckle, you know, the hands, it goes just through the hands right there, right? And then it goes up, and then watch what the club does here.
Oh, it just falls behind.
Yeah, it just wants to fall behind, and then it's because now you understand what you're doing through the impact zone, so it's like you know where you're going to go. But now with that takeaway, it's like, see how the club changes direction there? Boom. Then it falls.
Yeah, instead of
and then
behind me and over, it's going up and down.
Yeah, where before it was almost like it was over here, and then it go to there. Now it's like, oof, it almost goes that way, which is, it's always fun. Awesome, man. Good job today.